Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play ELEX. We are still in this castle here, this ruin, that has a direct access to this volcano base that no one really seems to be concerned about at all. Huh? Oh. Wasn't there an animation before? I thought there was, but I guess not. Yeah, that brings us right here to the Infinite Skies, or maybe one of the Infinite Skies rocket launch sites. And I'm still not entirely sure if this is completely unrelated to the actual end game, but either way. Last time I finally figured out how this puzzle worked, this undocumented quest. I think it's called The Way to Kalan or The Path to Kalan. Or maybe it's just... No, Four Houses is just the name of these clue books here. So I went through all of them again. I guess I'll quickly look at them again. And yeah, you got various variables, various bits of information about the different houses, and ultimately you want to figure out what order they're in and what their age is, or what their number is. So you get a 4-number code. 2 of them are the same, as it says here. That makes it easier to solve than most other logic puzzles like this. I still made a little chart, and it was not that hard to figure out. So, I mean, unless I made a mistake, but I'm pretty sure that the solution is 7817. So, let's see if that does the trick. 7817.
I'm in.
I'm in. Okay. I mean, I didn't need to open that because we've seen we can just walk through this massive steel gate. But here we are. Also, is there another keypad on the other side? Because there certainly is a room. And I did not glitch into here before. There is a keypad.
I'm in.
Okay. Pretty silly to use the same password in 2 different places, but Well, okay, let's check this room over here first, because that is where we briefly looked around in before. I guess I did make sure that there were no map pieces or anything, but I didn't look at any of the documents. And there's gonna be a lot to read here. Yellow journal, sick leave. Maybe I should read all of these as I find them, or else I'll forget what I found. Let's see here. Let's go all the way to the top. Yellow journal. The thoughts of an early cleric. Oh, okay. Arvid, that bastard. Arvid being the guy who wrote the cleric's holy book, the thing that we stole for Eva. Arvid, that bastard. He wants to cover up our failure. He wants to let those poor people believe in a god that doesn't even exist. I told him clearly that we have to take responsibility, learn from our mistakes, and look forward. Our science failed because we were not mature enough in our approach, but still some of us survived. We saw the end of the world, and now we are to treat those survivors as stupid children? I can see that I'm fighting a losing battle. People are too easy to manipulate. Give them the illusion of hope and they grab it blindly. But I have not forgotten. I will make sure that the people who come after know what Kalan really is. I will leave the clues for them to find. For me? I guess I've found the clues, and I'll be the first one in generations, other than maybe some clerics, to know the truth. Well, we've pieced a bit of it together, but the game was really stingy with explicit clues so far, so I guess all of it is going to be in here, huh? I will leave the clues to open the secret door for someone intelligent enough to unravel my riddle. Yes, I'm intelligent enough, even though it did take me quite a long time to figure out what was going on. Well, anyway. Arvid can silence me today, but one day they shall learn the truth. I am broken. Arvid sent his bloodhounds after me. People who are already convinced they are serving a god and not worshipping a machine, but they will not keep me from my task. Arvid will win this day. I cannot show all of these blind people the truth. Now I will meet my end. They left me here in this place to die a slow death. If you are reading this, then I can rest in peace. It means someone figured out my riddle and knows the truth. They can expose the lie that is Kalan. So Kalan is a machine. I mean, it was kind of obvious, I guess. What else could it be, right? This is... Unless we believe in something actually supernatural, but in a sci-fi story that's usually explained by technology in some way. I mean, there is still ELEX, which is apparently some kind of sentient crystal. I mean, that's definitely bordering on magical, but you can basically explain any magic with sufficiently developed science, as we know. Oh, these are from that other place. Where did I find these? In one of the ruins I searched last episode. So, Female, 30 years old, no known allergies, serum B. What is this about? Is this about ELEX again? I think this is not related to the Kalan mysteries. I'm not going to read all of it in detail. Seems like just a completely unrelated side story. Okay. Sick leave. He left early again. He says he's sick again. Just because he lives right around the corner from the dock doesn't mean he can get away with anything he wants. If he's sick this often, we should check his genetic fingerprint. He doesn't belong on this program. Okay. Not sure who that refers to. Well, this must be the unknown author, rival of, or enemy of Arvid and his scheming. Dr. Dawkins. Oh, is this Dr. No, wait. It can't be Dr. Dawkins. Because Dr. Dawkins turned into the hybrid. Never mind. Employee grievance. More memoirs. A door we can't open. But we can look through it, so yeah, there's nothing in there. Just blinding brightness. Memo to flight personnel. Okay, let's read some more before we forget. Ah yes, okay, of course. We found volumes 1 and 2 in that other facility. I guess I'll wait for volume 3 first, before I read them. Assuming it's here. Employee grievance, a crumpled note. Dear Infinite Skies Corp, we are working 14 to 15 hours a day to complete this project. We're cutting breaks and haven't had any weekends for months. If it continues like this, we will be forced to call a strike. The deadlines must be postponed, and new schedules drawn up if you want to avoid the strike action. Well, I mean, I guess there was a comet coming, so they couldn't really afford to take any breaks. Memo to flight personnel. If the first passengers check in within a week, then give them your best welcome. We want to set an example and begin the project in the way we mean to go on. If required, give the passengers one of the oval tablets if they appear nervous. Oval tablets. The red tablets are only for passengers who are in danger of a full-blown panic attack. Blue tablets are to be issued to passengers who want to sleep. Okay. It goes without saying that no one can see you administer the tablets. That could lead to unpleasant questions. We suggest you administer the tablets dissolved in their drinks. Okay. A bit fishy maybe, but possibly a good idea. To-do list. Work plan. Start protocol. Okay, all of that sounds pretty interesting. There's Memoirs 3, nice. Flyer, just an old leaflet, yeah. Okay. Well, let's see here. We read these before, but it was a long time ago, so maybe I should go through them again. I was a leading scientist working on the most important project in Magellan's history, but the work became meaningless, for there is now a good chance that instead of success, I could witness the extinction of our entire species. Well, that didn't happen. I was hired by Infinite Skies to join their new team exploring the opportunities in space travel. My specialism was the movement of deep space objects far beyond anything we were capable of constructing. But I was given the job, and the pay was a convincing argument. Whilst others were exploring the technology involved in space travel, I worked on the detection of deep space objects. That was when we detected the comet. At first it didn't fit any of our gravitational models. Instead of orbiting our sun, it was heading directly for us. But the board didn't want to hear about it. Bad news was not what they had created our division for. We were supposed to sell dreams, not nightmares. Years after I first detected it, even my incompetent colleagues started to confirm what I had told them. It was only then that the rescue project came into being. I mean, if it's a comet that's moving erratically, or not erratically, but not in the predicted way, I guess we can assume that it's not actually a comet, but some kind of spacecraft specifically sent to this planet's location. The problem was common. If the comet hit our world, all who were still on the planet were likely to perish. So only those that could leave it would be certain to survive. We lacked the capacity to lift all but a very small number of people, and then only as far as orbit. So we would need to select those who would reach the skies. Those who were chosen would survive. In strict secrecy, suitable candidates were sought using an advertising campaign. With a weighting towards younger applicants, the clear requirements for the project was genetic superiority, the fit, the healthy, the intelligent. The PR people at Infinite Skies did a lot of work. Many different citizens applied and were put through a rigorous filtering process to find those best suited to continue our species. The catastrophe meant a process of natural selection that we could control. We could arise stronger from this great fall. We would reach a new level of evolution, and Kalan would take us there. Okay, so Kalan was maybe the computer that did the selection process? So in a way, Kalan was like a god. Right? Deciding who was to live, who was to die. How the species as a whole would continue evolving. I mean, it's kind of fascinating. Of course, it's also highly macabre, you know, to play God. I mean, or to create a machine that would be like a god, and to take the evolution of the species in their own hands. I mean, just, you know, only being able to save a select few and making that hard decision to pick who would survive is hard enough, but turning that into a, hey, if, you know, this is a bad situation, but maybe we can make the best out of it and improve our species. Seems, I don't know, a bit more difficult to justify. Although, in a way, understandable. Well, we'll see. But the idea quickly began to lose the logical purity that we had envisaged. The Infinite Skies board forced their input into the project. Everyone wanted to save themselves. Understandable. More and more people learned about the project. Fuel, food, air, all critical parameters became impossible problems. We were trying to lift too many people. I warned them time and time again that the project was becoming too large. The selection process had to remain strict, but none of the people involved accepted the possibility of sacrificing themselves for the greater good. It was plain to see that the designs we had for Kalan would no longer work. It would never take off. Okay, so Kalan, not the computer, but the spaceship? I mean, it could be both. It could be the board computer, I guess. I decided to start my own project. I gathered as much data as I could and began to work in secret. If the Kalan project failed, then I could bring our people to a higher level of evolution myself. With my knowledge, the few survivors of the catastrophe would become the new future for our species. So I created the capsule, a sealed vessel intended to keep those inside alive when the comet hit. They would arise anew with the supplies they needed to live. The capsule, huh? As the day grew nearer, I began to withdraw from the Kalan project more and more. I would reveal the truth to the world, and I would select those that were to enter the capsule. Is the capsule... I mean... We've seen capsules of some sort. Those containers where the mutants are being I don't know, grown in or whatever. And we've seen in some of those flashbacks or visions, we've seen the hybrid inside some sort of glass container. Is that the capsule he was talking about? Is he still inside it somehow? Maybe it's something else entirely. My own words were to catch up with me, and I was rejected from the Kalan project to make way for someone else. But by then my little project was done. With my broadcast ready, and with powerful enemies, they will try to keep me quiet. I know too much. I will need to go into hiding. I've prepared for this. My salvation is assured. But I can no longer bring others with me. The risk is too great. The blind fanatics at Infinite Skies will all die. Kalan isn't ready. The great rocket designed to take us into the skies to safety would never fly. I will tell the world what they did, that there was a chance at salvation. I will tell the truth. Count down and watch as they tear themselves to pieces. The public has been told they don't have long to live, that the governments and corporations knew of this doom and have kept them in ignorance, that the powers in charge had doomed our race to its end. Why tell them of the danger? Because the people of our world had the right to make the best of the time they've left. And who knows, people are resourceful. Maybe some of them will find a way to survive against the odds. Or would have. I guess they did, ultimately. Because humans are not extinct. The panic that has broken out will serve me well. Infinite Skies will not think about searching for me now. All of their attention is on Kalan. They still dream of it working, but the time for that is past. Natural selection. I have chosen those who will survive, and I've chosen myself. I tried to save them, but they didn't want to be saved. They turned their back on logic to live in emotion. Who can reproach me for not wanting to die with them? I will break into my old laboratory tomorrow and start the sequence for the capsule. Everything has been prepared. Tomorrow the world changes. Those who follow will come. New lords will take control of Magalan now. Those who follow will come. I mean, but didn't he also expect everyone outside of his capsule to die? To be the only one left? I guess he must have assumed that some people would survive even though they might get changed through the impact. I don't know. I guess he couldn't have foreseen ELEX coming to Magalan with the comet. Or whatever it was. Not a normal comment, that's for sure. Start protocol, yeah, well, we know that none of this worked, of course. Alright. Jane, this list still has errors. You have to take another look. Tell the technicians they need to take care of the stabilizers once and for all. We'll never be done on time at this rate. Well, you weren't. To-do list. Buy food. Pay the invoice. The mother of all invoices. Wrap the technician's knuckles over the stabilizers. Stop by the bank. Ask boss about the security clearance. Figure out how to get Mike down. Asking the boss can't hurt. Okay, work plan. Begin intermediate paneling in compartment B2. Galleon, Susan, and Dean. Stress tests for the panel material. Sean. Complete external paneling in compartment B1. Sebastian and Regina. Meeting today after afternoon break. Designated lead mechanic as Arvid. Oh, the lead mechanic, huh? Well, I mean, makes sense. But the early clerics were basically the Infinite Skies employees. I guess we knew that. So, well, the thing is, or the question is, the closer the comet's impact drew, the more the people at Infinite Skies must have been aware that they wouldn't make it in time, right? That they would not actually get the rocket to fly, and wouldn't be able to not only save themselves, well, not only would they not be able to save as many people as they originally planned, but not even themselves, right? So, did they have some kind of way to ensure that they would at least survive the impact somehow on the planet? I mean, I guess if escaping to orbit isn't an option, then building the best bunkers you possibly can seems like the next logical step. But no one really seems to have put any effort into that, except for Dr. Dawson, of course. But still, somehow they, or enough of them, survived to found the Kalan pseudo-religion and the clerics.
The people want an explanation. They want to know why the project failed. Where is the salvation that they were promised?
What do they want to hear? The bitter truth is that we have failed. We can't get people off this world in time.
We can't tell them that.
Of course we can't. We can't tell them that we weren't even close. They want meaning, so let's give it to them. Let us take this project and make it last forever. The people look to the stars for salvation, and so let them find it there.
Arvid, what are you talking about?
Salvation from the stars. A truth to lead people through the darkness. Kalan will lead them all.
I mean, that makes little sense, actually. Wasn't there, like, religion before? Why invent a new god to promise salvation? Especially after the actual hope for real salvation is dead, you know? Because, sure, you can pray and hope that some higher being is going to save you, but the actual, you know, palpable, man-made salvation was gone. The false god. Okay. This gives an achievement. Alright. I wasn't sure if there was going to be some kind of cutscene triggering here, so I waited. Yeah, well... Can we actually... Oh, we totally can, and it's completely irradiated. Well then. Let's not do this. Oh, okay. Lighting. So, random piece of iron ore here. Sure. Well, now we know. Now we know. What we don't know, I don't think, is... Or do we know where Dr. Dawson's old laboratory was, where his capsule was? Maybe that is where the Ice Palace is now. I guess it would make sense, although... No, the elves were there before, right? Of course, the hybrid only came later. So maybe he spent... Well, obviously he spent a long time inside his capsule, maybe inside, locked away inside his bunker, before he dared to go outside and take a look at the destruction, only to then find that humans had somehow survived and had developed, influenced by the new substance called ELEX, that had also somehow entered his laboratory, right? Because he must have started changing himself with that, or maybe he was just influenced and mutated by it without his own I don't know, against his own will at first, and then he discovered the possible benefits, or what he perceived as benefits, and started changing himself more willfully. And then he saw the elves, who were also worshipping ELEX, using it to fight their emotion, and decided to become their god, their leader, godlike leader. Well, there are still some questions left unanswered, but of course, at least now we know the actual history of Infinite Skies, of Kalan, of the clerics. Well, what now? Well, okay, there's still the mystery of the map fragments, of course. That is very obviously completely unrelated to any of this. So I guess that's just an, you know, just another item collection. I don't know, possibly without any connection to any of the story. And I found, how many? 12? I think. Well, I don't have them in my inventory now, but I think I found 12 out of 16. Well, it seems to me that they're completely random. Their placement is completely random. There are no hints whatsoever, no logic to finding them, as far as I can tell. So, I don't know. Personally, I think that finding 12 out of 16 is pretty good. And as I said previously, in the interest of not spending way too much time, way more time than it's worth, I'm gonna look up the rest of the locations. You know, especially if it's basically a matter of luck, or being just even more thorough than I am, in order to be able to find them all without any outside help. I'm okay with looking up 4 of them. So I suppose that's what I'm gonna do now. Also, there is one more thing. I guess I keep pressing the wrong buttons right until the very end. There's one more thing that I'll take care of first, and that is confront Zardom once more. Or for real this time. I mean, I don't know, maybe letting him live? Where do I want to go? That way, right? Yeah. Maybe letting him live, you know, leaving him alive for the final confrontation would mean that he somehow get involved and actually send his mutant army, or what's left of it, to... I don't know. I guess he could decide to either help the elves or fight us when we attack them. It's hard to say. Or he could just... he might just do nothing. I don't know. But either way, I guess I'm gonna take him out first. Okay. We're at Zardom's place now. I decided to cut that part out because that was just pathetic. I have no idea why I confused these two places. I had no real reason to. Well, now I found it. That's okay. Hey Zardom. Let's also save, just in case.
How did you find me?
I'm
Well,
starting to understand your plans
coincidence?
and habits.
You know my plans?
Yes, but you won't succeed in taking the place of the first Elexiter.
And who will stop me? You.
Why
You
not?
will learn to fear the mutant force that serves me. If you don't, you will die.
You pay for your treachery. I think that's what I chose the first time. Most of humans are dead. The others will be soon. You must know that your goals are not compatible with mine. Yeah, I mean, he has openly opposed me now, so...
Give up, Zardom. Most of your mutants are dead. The others will be soon.
It's only my death that would be of consequence. Or the death of my enemy. Or the death of my enemy.
or the death of your
Time is
enemy.
over, Zardom. Accept that, if you want to live.
That's my choice.
I will let you live, but only if you disappear and never return.
Since when was mercy one of your qualities?
I guess it is
You
now.
still don't realize the strength I have gained since I left Zakor.
I will go. But know this, Jax. There will come a day when we see each other again. You must remember the power you had when you were an alb. One day, I will make you realize what you have given up. One day,
Yeah.
you will beg for forgiveness.
Save your empty threats. I was not actually expecting to let him get away here. I mean, typically in this kind of situation, your enemy will refuse your mercy, right? And attack you anyway? I guess not in this case. Honestly, I don't really care about him enough. Sure, he betrayed us. But on the other hand, it didn't actually leave any lasting damage, right? Kaya wasn't hurt. I guess we weren't hurt. No. Let's not antagonize those mutants. If we can help it. What? Hey, I'm not in combat. What are you talking about? Ugh. Please. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I should be able to get away, hopefully, maybe. Yes, alright. Well then, let's take a look at that map and find the missing map pieces, right? I don't know, should I go back and actually kill some of them? Nah, that's fine. It's in the past. Let's take a look at those map fragments and see what that's all about. Okay, so we're here in the ruins, or on top of the ruins of the old distillery near that river fortress. Because this is supposed to be where, well, yeah, I've already marked it here. It's supposed to be the location of the 6th map piece, which is the first one in the list that we're missing. Yeah, according to that map, and I'm not sure how precisely it marks the location, but it has its mark over here, distinctly not on top of this facility. So I guess I'm gonna look up there. It doesn't seem to be in there. It's more over that way. Yeah, it's more like here. I guess there is something visible up there. So I'll try to make my way up there somehow. I thought it would be easier from here, perhaps. Actually, I'm not sure I can make it up there. Maybe I should try climbing up over there instead. Could have planned this better, couldn't I? Ah, waiting for the jetpack. The best part about flying in this game. Should be able to make it over there. Except sometimes you unexpectedly drop much more than most other times. Okay. I should be able to make it over to that ledge and then maybe up from there. Oh! Well, there are items up there. That's promising. Let's save the game. So I really don't want to just fall down here and have to start all over again. Oh, this doesn't necessarily look very good, though. Save again. Better safe than sorry. I mean, the items are pretty close. Oh. Okay, I made it. Holy crap. Now, is there a map piece, though? The answer would be no. Unless there's more in here. Well, it's actually kind of connected to the river cave, but only kind of. See no more items, but this can't be the thing that you see from orbit, basically. No. We're right below it, maybe? I don't know. Guess I'll try flying up higher. I could probably also... I just downloaded that map from some website. That probably had a full guide on where the things actually are. Before starting recording, I did look around a little bit down there, but I was pretty sure that I briefly checked that irradiated area and determined that there wasn't anything there. And I didn't see anything this time with my item detection sunglasses. Oh, there's definitely something up there. That's a bit of a bitch to reach, though. Holy crap. Unless there's an easy way? There might be. Okay, we made it, basically. Oh, wow. It's a proper little oasis, and there's even an NPC. Oh god, there are also monsters. Please, please no.
I'll get you.
What? Oh, you're not friendly. Who are you? A reaver. Just a reaver. I was totally expecting to find some kind of hermit up here. Oh no. Why, you guys? Why? Can't we all live in peace? Oh god. Okay, good. Whoop. There goes that loot. Not that I care about loot at this point. Or I should care about loot. Oh no. Out of stamina completely. Also out of health. You know, but details. Okay. Readjust the camera. Dodge that guy, and we should be able to kill him here. Come on. You ugly bird. I mean, if it's for a map fragment, it's all worth it. There might be? Yep, okay. That definitely looks very promising. There's also a sleeping bag. Hallelujah. Alright, map piece 6. Okay. I had my doubts there for a while. Man, this place is definitely out there. Ominous note. What's that all about? Nope. All about pressing the wrong buttons. Ominous note. Ominous note? Oh, that's in my piece. Am I crazy? Where is it? There it is. Oh, that's just the Fred node. Okay, Fred was here. Wait, did we find those in all the different locations with map pieces, perhaps? I mean, maybe. This is all gonna just lead to some kind of weird Easter egg that doesn't even make any sense to anyone but the devs. I mean, it's possible. Well, I guess it might have been easier to reach this place from up here. Well, definitely would have. But of course there was no real reason to assume there was anything here, except for, well, I guess it is visible on the map, so I shouldn't be complaining too much. Anyway, moving on. The next piece should be... Oh yeah, actually, funnily enough, one of them is apparently somewhere around here in this town area that I just chose not to explore, I guess, because I just didn't feel like going through all of these houses, but, well, turns out there is one of them. Not sure if it's number 9, it might be though. Not that it matters at all. Well, let's see if I can find it quickly. And if I'm even remembering the location, but I'm pretty sure. Should be somewhere around here. Oh, there are so many enemies though. This is not good. I'll try and see if I can spot it. Oh, that's a promising looking shape. Might be a bit too small though. Or maybe not. And that is number 9. Awesome. Mighty number 9. Please, can I please roll in a straight line to save my life? Well. Well, let's go jogging for a while and see if they lose interest. Or if I run into some new enemies. Nope, they gave up. Awesome. Okay, that was quick and easy. Next one. If I can remember, let's see. There was one... Oh yeah, apparently there's one in this place. Like somewhere around here. That was the most surprising one, actually. I mean, the one up in the mountains I just wouldn't have found. Of course, I've never been near there. Just going to the distillery, of course, is only just happens to be somewhere close, but you would never discover that by going to that place. The one in the town area, of course, I just, well, decided not to explore because I didn't feel like it, so that's on me. But here? I looked around here a bit. According to that map picture, I think it's supposed to be pretty much in the middle of this place. Oh, and I see it, of course. Didn't I look in there? It's this guy's place. Of course I've been there. How did I not see that? Wow, that's... Yeah, okay. I have no explanation for this one. That should have been very obvious. Maybe I wasn't wearing my sunglasses for some reason. Well, okay. Yeah, that's a weird one. I should have gotten that one, at least. And now the final piece. Uh-oh. Where is it? Oh, is it over here? Oh, yeah, I think it's actually near this place. But, you know what? Let me confirm that, and also, I guess, since there is no teleporter directly next to it, I'm gonna make my way there, or to the correct location if this is not it. See you in a second. Okay, so, yep, this is totally the right place, and this is another one that, you know, it's a little bit puzzling, because I've definitely looked around here, looked through this poisonous area, and I definitely didn't find the map piece. I guess I, once again, overlooked the one spot that was actually relevant. Let's deal with this red real quick, if we can. There we go. according to the map, it's somewhere around here. Oh, maybe it's up there somehow. Oh yeah, it could be. It could be. Oh, whew. Yep, there it is, right there. Why didn't I look up here? Actually, this wasn't even poisonous. Okay, well, I guess that's on me as well, because I should have found this one. And that should actually make all of the map pieces. So, let's return to Goliath. Not Goliath, you know. The other place. And hang those on the wall and see what happens. I guess it will... Well, there's that save next to the map pieces, so I guess... Maybe that'll open up and that's all there is. In that case, there better be something really good in there. I don't know. I really don't expect too much, honestly. Maybe it really is mostly an Easter egg. Okay, well, this is the big moment. 6, 9, 11, and
Good.
16. Good, you say. Well, the safe is now openable. Well, it is a map of the game world, I guess. Not particularly detailed or colorful. Not really sure what it's supposed to tell you. I guess there... It gives you locations of ELEX deposits, possibly? Some of those look like ELEX or ELEXA shards. Then there are some buildings. An anchor symbol. Some towers. I don't really know if any of that means anything. Amulet of Wanderlust. Oh, resist frost. Plus 25. Is that gonna make the difference, though? This unique amulet contains a splinter of the comet's core. Researcher's letter. And 500 elixir. Wow. Thanks. How generous. The biggest puzzle in the game. The hardest thing to figure out for sure. You know, without any outside help. And then you get 500 gold for it. No, not... What are you doing? Just... I didn't even press a direction. There we go. Well, let's see. Researcher's letter. About to search for the comet core. So that's what we were searching for. If you're reading this, I'm probably long gone. I have had a keen interest in the comet for as long as I can remember. It brought so much destruction, but it also brought immeasurable power in the form of ELEX. It is a symbol of death and resurrection. For many years I studied the impact the comet's strike had on the environs and how far its larger and smaller parts were scattered across the land. During my search for parts of the comet core, I recorded huge ELEX deposits. According to previous research, the core supposedly has a very specific density and possesses certain remarkable powers. Although I did not dare venture into the crater, the poisonous gas and the radiation are lethal the further down you go, I eventually found a piece of the comet core during my travels. I had the special gift sealed and attached to a chain before I stored it away in its hiding place. Only the one who has been retracing my steps and knows to appreciate the unique properties of the core shall be able to use it to their advantage. Good luck, stranger. Thanks, stranger. I don't know. It's even though I wasn't expecting much, it's hard to not be a little bit disappointed. 10 health, 25 frost resist. I mean, sure. At least now we have something that gives frost resistance at all. But I really doubt that even 25 points are gonna make some of those extremely lethal frosty areas not be extremely lethal. I don't know. Not to mention that you really don't need to go visit any of them, as far as I can tell. Well, now we know. Map piece is complete. 4 houses complete. Zardam dealt with, even though not in the way that I had originally planned, but well, here we are. I guess we still have some time left in the episode, although it's hard to tell with all the different pieces I've been recording and sticking together up to this point. Let's see, we should... I really don't know. Well, maybe we have about 10-15 minutes left. I don't know. Maybe this is gonna be an episode with an odd length. On the other hand, what is there left to do? I mean, I guess I could stop here, make this definitely a shorter episode than usual. But as far as I can tell, what's left at this point is the actual end game. So I don't know. I don't want to start that and then just stop right in the middle. So maybe I'll just leave it at that for now. Content that I solved all the remaining mysteries and looked through some of the places I hadn't been. And then we'll completely focus on the end of the game, or what is probably going to be the end of the game next time. Maybe, hopefully, we'll find our companions again. Maybe they're all just waiting in front of the Ice Palace. And yeah, then we'll start the actual assault on the hybrid, on the Ice Palace, at long last. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it that way. A bit unusual, but maybe it's the best solution in this case. So, as always, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon for possibly the finale. Bye-bye!